Dumpster Gravy. Thank you for the tier 3 and the 40 months. Good chat with you earlier. I don't know why I'm checking this item room over a Guppy's tail, but here we go. See you, Unweaver, and thank you for everything you did tonight. Why do all Isaac streamers have beards? Well, first of all, thanks for noticing. I didn't want that. I don't have a good second of all. We don't. Uh, we're all grown-ass men that can grow facial hair. I don't know. We're lazy, fat nerds. Lots of good reasons. Missed the golden age of beards, though. Honestly. We're not even as beardy as we used to be. Oh my lord. The trip with Alice was good, but got cut short, unfortunately, by something. Fishing. Oh yeah, I've just went on a little fishing trip with Alice, and I went fishing today on my like. Think I might go fishing tomorrow. I do love to fish. Oh, I hate this room. It's just video games, man. You know, you're always looking to set new high scores. Out there, catching fish. Looking to beat your PB. Plus, today I saw a turtle floating on a life jacket, and I can't stop internally giggling at that. What fish do I typically eat? Most common for me is crappie. Crappie. Oh, snapper? Uh, there's like a fuck ton of different snappers, right? Mangrove snapper? I think I caught one of those. I'm 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 confident that maybe possibly is a snapper. A snapping turtle. Oh, yeah, definitely. Hundreds of them. Not like on my fishing. I've caught some on my fishing line, but I used to just catch them with my hands with my mom. We used to have this big rowboat, and we just cruise around at night with a spotlight and scoop up snapping turtles and let them swim around in the bottom of the boat. Because the boat leaked really bad. So by the time we'd get like halfway around the lake, the boat would be half full of water. Will this eat this first try? No. Okay. We scienced. We learned. And then we'd let them all go. Because they were cute. Yeah. We got lots and lots of snapping turtles and painters. Our two turtles and leatherbacks or whatever, soft shell turtles, whatever you want to call them. Those are the worst. Hate those turtles. They're aggressive as fuck. They're the only ones that'll like attack a fishing lure. Snappers will eat like a worm if you leave it laying in the water too long. The leatherbacks will chase down lures. They're super mean. Whatever happened to the giant snapping turtle that lives under my dock? He moved. He was a big boy though. We're still dealing with insane water levels at the lake, so another part of my shitty year we didn't dive into, but the water levels here have been, you know, unfathomably bad all across the state of Michigan. The Great Lakes are struggling and everything. Sorry, a mosquito was on me. They're back. Water's slowly coming down, but not nearly as fast as it went up. The amount of meat you get from a turtle is very depressing. I wouldn't eat them. I've seen people cook and eat them, but there just ain't a lot of food there. Is that gonna fuck with my Horror Babylon? No. Sweet. I feel bad today. We thought we saw a beaver, so I like kind of chased after it with my trolling motor in the boat. Not like super aggressive under gasoline motor or anything. We just followed it to see what it was. But it turned out it was just two muskrats fucking, and I felt really bad because they stopped due to our pursuit. But two muskrats fucking was big enough to possibly be a beaver. We had a bunch of beavers in this pond that was like not really connected to our lake, but when the water levels went up, the beavers moved into our lake and started just wreaking havoc on everybody's property. But I saw they built a new dam, a new beaver dam, because even they, like, the water got so high that their dam went underwater. So or not their dam, it's their den, whatever they call it. There's no flowing water here for them to dam. It was just their lodge, right? Beavers have a lodge. I think that's what they chill in. Welcome to the Beaver Lodge. What the fuck? Alright. Poor nerfed Guppy. I still can't believe a man would nerf his own actual dead cat. That's just wild to me. I hope Guppy haunts him. Guppy's nerfed 50%. It's his fly spawn generation. So, nerf 50%, since that's all Guppy do. I guess flying's a thing, but who cares about that? That's not damage. Yeah, the cool way to nerf things is to just make them not as good. Instead of just coming up with a more creative way to make them more difficult to get or interesting to get. I just think like, I'm not against nerfs. I'm fine with them attempting to balance the game to a degree. But, like, there's other ways to balance things. There's other ways to nerf things besides just making them less effective. It's also already been nerfed repeatedly due to the fact that the Devil Deal and Curse Room have been flooded with items, so its rarity has gone up tremendously. Unless you just play Isaac with the D6 every single run. Yeah, the game is very balanced towards Isaac. It is the Binding of Isaac, I guess. But there's 30 other characters now, too. The game needed some tweaking towards the difficulty. I think the game had gotten... I don't know. It's weird, because we've all gotten a little bit used to it, too, right? Like, the runs that suck are just the runs that are super tedious and slow, because we've all got accustomed to getting builds that are at least interesting. Ow. I know the majority of my lost runs, when I used to play regularly, came simply from being impatient. Get bored of fucking killing things with 2.63 damage. But they added some good difficult content with the anti-verse stuff. The new boss is an okay challenge. The Mama fight seems... I haven't done it enough. I need to do it again. But it seems almost worse to me than once you learn the Beast fight. It's not that bad at all. Well, you're seeing a double effect here of Guppy sucking. Base Eve damage is really, really low. 263 you're seeing there. So the flies don't do a ton, plus the new nerf to Guppy, yeah. But yeah, the nerf to Guppy, I mean, it's just a 50% DPS down. It's pretty significant nerf. It's also inconsistent versus consistent, yeah. Tears up, yay. They also made Maw pretty fucking... I wonder if it still spawns flies. I'm gonna take it just for science sake. But they made Maw, not gives black hearts anymore. Neither does the Thame. Serpent's Kiss or whatever it's called doesn't give them on... I should have done the Judgy first. Doesn't give black hearts except on contact damage, which, you know, that's the useful side of it. So there's some pretty heavy nerf system items. Health Generation in particular has some serious nerfs from items. Blue Fires are like 1 in 20 chance now, it feels like, to get a Soul Heart out of them. Yeah, I just don't think Maw's damage was the reason I took it most of the time. Just because of this incredibly long charge time. Yeah, there are... Less Tinted Rocks is one of the hard mode ads. Less Tinted Rocks. IV bag only gives 1 coin. Half batteries. Higher enemy shot speed. And some other dumb shit. Hey, Calcigro. Yeah, Kiss is another poison effect unless you ram them with your body. Oh yeah, smaller shops. I think Repentance is way better than I would have ever imagined. Yeah, the content is pretty damn good. The anti-burst stuff we knew was going to be pretty good, but I'm actually just surprised at how straightforward they imported the anti-burst stuff. To be honest, I expected to see more changes to it. Like I said, some of the nerfs, they're not the way I'd love to have seen them done. I understand nerfs, and I don't claim to be an expert, but overall, I think it is the best DLC they've done. And then I think that's like the biggest compliment in the world. I'm trying to be honest about it, even though I don't want to be, because, you know, Nicholas is still profiting from this game. But that's what people, you know, some of you are just here for the game. You think the brings back no run is guaranteed? I don't feel like the difficulty has gone up that much unless you actively seek it. I would personally disagree with you a bit there. I don't think for most players any run was guaranteed unless you're talking about D6 Isaac, but I still feel like a D6 Isaac run is very guaranteed if your whole goal is to just survive. Zathing with the 50 months. Vacation was good. Got cut short, sadly, but we're home. We're home, and she's happy with our vacation, so that's what matters. It's all about her, eh? Yeah, I've never liked the attempt, like what they chose for hard mode. Never been a fan. Reducing consumables is a very lazy way to make a game harder. And then further reducing consumables for this, I don't know. Doesn't seem like the best choice to me, but here we are. I don't really. Maybe I'll come back if I find health. Like, again, not a game dev. I'm just saying, from a person playing the game, I don't find, and I think most of us agreed that not that. Oh shit. Uh, not finding consumables in hard mode was not a very fun way to make the game harder. I would have loved to have seen some actual upgraded hard mode bosses. It does make the game harder. There's no doubt it makes the game harder. It just doesn't do it in a fun way. Yeah. And the unfortunate truth is there are unlocks tied to hard mode. So you will have to do it if you want to unlock the rest of the game for yourself. Even if you never, and you have not just have to do it, but you have to do it with like fucking 19 new characters. So, you know, it's a lot of hard mode you have to play if you want to play the rest of your time on normal. The problem we had with, yeah, they had to fuck with champion spawning items though, because original hard mode had more champions, but then the champions were dropping all kinds of fucking consumables, which was too strong, and then they went, whoa, 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 it's consumables that's the problem. Let's cut those way down. And again, it's sort of like the Guppy nerf. It's inconsistent, right? Um, I'd almost rather have a more consistent, you know, every other item room or something thing where at least you can be consistently relying on knowing when you're going to be able to do things than the inconsistency of some runs on hard mode. I'm just going to still get my keys and bombs and my shops aren't going to suck. But other runs, without any understanding of why or knowing or not doing anything wrong. I shouldn't say understanding why, but not doing anything wrong. My run's gonna suck just because hard mode decided to punish me hard on consumables. Wow, what the fuck is this room? Yeah, they nerf shops in hard modes too. So, and batteries. The battery is special. What item pool changes? Slip. I need more information than that. Did they change how the pool works? If that's the case, I don't know. Explain, and I will answer. Yeah, you don't get any health from Maw or a Theme or Serpent's Kiss unless you ram them. Oh, the stuff being moved around? I don't think... I think gold chests are fucking awesome right now. They're the best state they've been in maybe ever. They truly feel like they're consistently decent. Which they take a key, so they should be. And then, yeah, all the boss room items. So, yeah, I don't hate the pool changes so far. I know some people are mad about the boss pool, but I don't know, it still feels boss pool-y. I think sacks got nerfed too hard without having batteries in them. Now they're just not good. Almost just left. When they released, I don't even remember what they were when they released, but yeah, they definitely feel bad now. Yeah, these partial batteries are a hard mode, increased difficulty. There's just a lot of they don't like us super breaking the game. A lot of nerfs to breaking the game. Like every item that allows you to break the game has been nerfed pretty significantly. Some options were just completely killed, like the blank card stuff. Which I think that's another weird way to go about it, because that feels like punishing all of us that have sat here and learned how to do that shit. And not gonna have any impact on the average player. I guess I'll take a knife, though its range got shortened really bad. That feels okay. I almost didn't remember to drop a trinket. I'm sure there's a way to break the game. Like, I played way back in the day when it was much harder to break the game. I'm sure there's a way. Um, but it's just going to take a lot of perfect scenarios. It's not going to be nearly as easy as it was. And it was too easy. I think that is an agreement most of us are in. It was too easy to break the game. In some way. There were a couple of things, but I don't know. They all took multiple pieces to function. I don't know. And the big time commitment. It wasn't like it was just free. You had to take the time to do it. I do think with all the new unlocks, having breaking in the game would have meant we could have sped through a lot of the more difficult unlocks. Alright, that's just not going to happen by using the breaks we knew about. I don't know. Again, last time. I understand the nerfs, just don't necessarily love the execution. Oh, does Guppy make flies with knife now? I forgot it was Guppy. Knife was a bad pickup. Aw, man. Favorite new item. One I haven't gotten to play with yet that I think is going to be my favorite. Oh, I guess plus luck. Is the red key. That thing seems like you'll be able to do some pretty silly stuff with it. But I haven't really had to play with it yet. And it's like the concept of it is very cool. Hi, chum. Thank you for everything. The 7-cent item. I don't remember what it does. Something with babies. This is just a free carried run. No dice needed. Just good items. What does it do? It lets you open up, it lets you create new rooms in an interesting way, like between other rooms and stuff. And I don't know if there's more to it than that. There may be some other special rooms that it can get to. You're just gonna take all my keys away, aren't you? No, you left me with one. That's nice of you. Oh, I smashing into pointy rocks there, huh? Wait, what the fuck am I hit? Oh, I just couldn't even see them. I just kept running into them to try to find them. I don't know why I couldn't see the bottom spiky rocks. I have health laying everywhere. I don't care about my health. I saw the top one, but just could not see the bottom ones. I'm very, very sleepy. It's my speed. It's not that high. If I had, I'm excited there, so it's really annoying. That's weird to me too. Like, to nerf Guppy, but then give Guppy a buff with knife. I guess they want the synergy to work with everything, and I couldn't see the bottoms. Classic me problem. I don't see bottoms. Don't think I'm getting anything from that anymore. It not working is more of an oversight. Eh. Alright, sure. And if that's the case, I hate that shit, man. Like, they've always been that way, though. But, like, you know, you can update. Updates are an option. I mean, back in the Waddle days, they said the game couldn't be updated anymore. It was no longer possible. They'd have to completely rebuild the game from scratch. And then Florian released a giant update some years later. And just, I guess, we all were supposed to forget that we had been told for years the reason things were broken and that was because they couldn't really be fixed. You know. Mystic, thank you for the 18 months. Honesty. I always still have a soft spot for Waddle. Isaac in general. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my soft spot for the game and the people. I really have enjoyed hanging out with a bunch of you old timers and playing Isaac again. But I wish this was the direction the game went from the get-go, honestly. Instead of the let's just fill the game full of clutter. Maybe I'm gonna still unlock a ton of clutter yet. Tank Drink, thank you for the 83 months and the tier 3. Consider a Balls of Steel tournament. I don't think this game has any racing viability anymore at all. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe we'll find something that says otherwise, but no, I don't think so. I think the items are just out of control. Like, maybe, I guess we could do like a just completely silly throwback tournament or something, but any form of consistency now seems... The days of hyphenated, like, top 3-ing 3 times in a row, I think those are long since past. Yeah, like, we knew it was random, but we had enough consistency that the best players were winning the majority of the time, right? They weren't necessarily getting first every single time, but they were always placing. And that was enough consistency to take it seriously. And I just don't see that being a thing anymore. Just do same seed runs. I never thought of that. It's unreal. Same seed runs are absolutely fucking horribly boring. There's a reason they were never done. They were never popular. They're boring. Fishing was okay. I didn't get to do as much as I would have liked. But it's always fun to explore a new body of water. And body. Turk, thank you for the Prime sub. And even seeded runs still have RNG, right? Unless you're gonna tell them they have to run the same direction, or give them all... It'd have to be seeded with maps. With fully explored maps. And even then... One guy decides to check his item room, one guy decides not to. Is that a skill-based decision when the item room happens to have good or junk? No. So we have to take away all items as well. I don't know, OP. They're very expensive to do. I might try to do some just off my cell phone internet. And see. I'd love to, man. I enjoy doing the fishing streams for the people that want to hang out and watch it, but they're just super expensive, man. Cell phone data is still nasty. Nasty price. But yeah, there's fun in the random. That was the cool part, you know, not the comebacks and the catching up and the that was all cool. And I tried so much shit with getting it to work on my boat on my lake, man, with bouncing it off dishes and stuff like that. Yeah, dragging a cable around the lake's about the only way I'm gonna be able to stream from my lake. Or maybe we'll just eventually get a new cell phone tower here. Stop ramming me, sir. Even when you don't ram me, it's Cloud of Feathers, and then I have to get... Oh. I guess you just don't DPS during that phase, huh? I'm too impatient to not dot. More dots. Need them. Oh, you have a very generous hitbox. Yeah, let's not try to use them all. Too dangerous. Rude. You came in faster and further than the other horsemen, which was incredibly mean. I had gotten used to being able to maul on the first... Damn it! Stop taking so much damage on these fights. Oh, you're not actually vulnerable yet. I can't move. Alright. I guess I die. Cool. That's a shitty way to go. Yeah, Knife with Guppy works now. Got eaten, yeah. I didn't know if you were too close to his suck, you just get sucked. Subs, tips, bits, all that shit that lets me do this for a living. I appreciate it, and I'll see you probably tomorrow.